Hello, welcome back. So today we will be finishing off the head. We will be doing the nose area, and then we will be doing the ears. And once you have everything in there, once everything is in in there, there's a lot of opportunities to actually optimize your topology. And that is really where you want to go in and have a look at what you can reduce, what you can, well, what you can do better. So let's hop right in and do. I like to start with. I really don't like to do the nose, so I'll leave that to for last. So let's go hide selection. All right. So obviously it's quite blurry. It's hard to see, but I have a better version on the other screen that I always have up. So let me show you. So this one. So that's the only front view. I think I got a better one here. Here we go. So I have a better one right here. So when I model these things, I will have this up at all time on the other screen, just to just for these situations where I can't really see, uh, and but I do need to kind of know what's there. So this is fine. This is all I need for now. So how do we start this? Obviously, the ear is a very complex shape. It's in a lot of loops that need to go correctly for it to form correctly. So what I generally do is when I run into these kind of complex things is I start off using a plane and edge model my way out of it. Okay, so yeah, I start off a plane and let's take this segment. We don't need that many segments. One and one is fine. Convert that into a poly. And now before I start doing anything, I just go and rotate it so it is about there and line them up a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect right now. Okay, and now, and also notice that I made it in left view. And that is because I know for 100% sure that that is straight. We don't want any form of rotation or orientation like this, for example, like that. And if I do that, if I do extrusion from here now, I get a very skewed, so we get this. And that's what we don't want, not at this stage anyway. So I just leave it. I create it in left view, so I know 100% sure that that is straight. And now I can just go here and do the same thing, right? So now select one edge about there. Doesn't have to scale it down a little bit. Yep, maybe a little bit less. Okay, like that. And I always try to keep the loops pointing inwards to the center of the ear, like there. I point it like that. We can of course adjust this later on, but that's I find it the more you do at this stage, the easier it will be later on. So I'll just extrude this again. It is over here according to this, it gets a little bit thicker, and then you got these two bumps there. So that's what we're going for. All right. So this gets a bit thicker. So let's make a little bit larger, extrude it a bit more, a bit larger. And just before the bump starts, we'll end it there and then make one big one for the bump, like there, and another one that's slightly smaller. Maybe I just gonna move this down a little bit like this, and then one for the big one. So like there, the big one, the angle would be a lot like that. Yeah, I'm semi-happy with that. So let's go in here and take it down. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. And before I do the next part, I would just fix up a few things. I think this need to be straight a little bit, and this one come in here, just a tiny bit here. And now you probably notice that this part is round, and on mine it is not. Well, that's easily remedied. We can just go in here, add another one, and here push out. And we can even make the ear a little bit rounder as well. See here? So now you have that ear near. But it's too early. It's too early. We don't need that just now. The more you add in the beginning, the harder it is to edit. So we're trying to keep it a bare minimum here. So trying to keep it as little as possible. So we can have an easier time to edit it later. So I'm gonna take this down a little bit, so like this. Okay, so I have this outer ear nib, we can call it, and let's do the inner one. According to this, there's one that goes like that and kind of ends in here and beginning. All right, so let's do that. How we would do that? Well, the same way. And instead of creating a new plane, I'll just gonna grab one of these and hold down Shift like that and scale it down a little bit. And this is only possible because we know that that's completely straight like that. Nothing changes. If that's got a different form, then well, we're in trouble. We can't do the same way we did it like now. But at this point, we can. So let's do it. Okay, so here, according to my reference on the other screen, it's coming up here, and I'm trying to keep it the same as well. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of that stuff. I'm trying to keep it similar because that will give me an easier time to connect up. But obviously, sometime is impossible, so we just gonna do it as closely as possible. We can always retopologize later. Okay, so like this, bit rotate it a bit, like there. Okay, so let's let this come in a little bit here, and it looks to me as if this one is coming in here like that, and let's add another one here. Okay, so let's leave it at this for now, and let's do the little indent here, and like that thing coming in here. All right, so let's see. That seems to come down even more. Okay, so let's let me get a call. I just gonna ignore it. So we gonna have here, and then we put one in the center of things, and take it down like that, somewhere around there. Okay, so I want to put another one here also, and we can go from there. So now we have shaped that 1, 2, and then you have one that can come up here. So that's what we are gonna deal with the edge itself. Let me just close this out. Okay, so let's just put that in, shall we? So edge model that, come in like there. We can shape it more later. That's no problem. Okay, so in general, we have what we need. And let's have a look. So okay. So we can just gonna be coming up a little bit here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is connect these. Actually, before I connect this, I will be taking this in a little bit like that. And I can do this. Grab these. Now, if we have a look at the reference, the ear itself is not just something um, that is a flat thing. So there is an indent here. So see there? So we are creating that little thickness that is the ear itself. So once we have created that, well, because we were very careful of where to put these lines here, we can just now go and bridge them. And if we are missing one, no problem. We'll fix that. And let me go and bridge. No problem. There, bridge, bridge. Um, we might even need another one, but let's bridge this as much as possible first here. And this one is not gonna be bridged like that. We are just gonna bridge it like this and here. Obviously, it's too many now because we have added in. And in this case, I am actually gonna add one to the ear because that, well, to me, that makes more sense. If I remove this, there's just not gonna be enough geometry here to support that shape. Whilst if I adding one out here, that's just gonna help the shape. So never be afraid to add more stuff into your model, but it does need a kind of reason to exist. If you don't have a reason for an edge beside, oh, it needs to be there, or it needs to, well, if you don't have a reason, then don't add it. Okay, so I got here, and I think I just gonna end it here. Bridge. So there we go. And how do we deal with this then? Well, we are losing that shape, right? No problem. So we can just get it back by extrude it out a little, like that, and maybe push it back in. Oh, push it back in. We still have to do a lot more adjusting, but this is the first step. Okay. I'm semi happy with this. I wish this was going down like this. If we do that, we add another. Yeah, we'll do that later. That's no problem. Okay, so I want this to go down here because we still need more shape there, and we want this to come down. Okay, so like this, bridge that. Where's bridge? Can never find it. Bridge, and now we have this one here. Bridge that. So now we are still keeping everything quad as as much as possible. So we have filled that in. Yep. I'm semi happy with that. Okay, so let's shape it a little bit more. Let's just connect everything. So I'm gonna connect it here. Bridge. I purposely left that because I want that center line coming down later on. So here, bridge, Um, okay, I'm just gonna add this. This is most likely temporary, so let's just bridge them up first. Sometime I need that extra information to actually make a judgment of where to add stuff or where to take stuff away. But this is one of the examples. I might keep it in there, might not, but we'll see later on. Um, it's funny thing with topology. It's really like up to the artist's interpretation and how they deal with it. Yeah, it's really hard to actually tell you. Okay, I can in general tell you. Okay, this loop needs to be here. This loop needs to be there to do a certain shape, but I can't off my head just say, oh, okay, yeah, this needs to be there, this needs to blah blah blah. Yeah, this this kind of works out for me. I don't know how. All right, so let's just continue on. Sidetracked. So see here, control that, get that in there, target weld there, and now we have this one right here, which actually works out for us. Cap that, and we can have this, weld that, and collapse in here, and we can add another one here to, or yeah, that one is not gonna work that well. So instead of doing that, we'll take it down here. The reason why I didn't like that was that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then if I add one, it would be six-sided, and that's, oh, we'll try to avoid that as wherever we can. And now we have this problem right here that, yeah, I'm gonna leave that. Sometime is it's just not possible to get a perfect thing. All right, so now we have this. This ear is semi done, but what we need to do now is do a little bit about the topology. So I'm gonna take it there, and oh, gonna destroy a little bit first, like that, because I do want it to go around. Um, yep, so now we have that. I'll put this up here, like there, and yeah, shape it a little bit more. See all of that extra stuff that we have put in down here, that will become other parts now instead of the intended parts that we had it for. So yeah, okay. I still think there should be another one here that comes down like there, and we have something that is better, like there. Put it in, pull it out a bit more. Okay, so we have this point here that I don't really like. So if you don't like it, well, change it. Like there, cool. Now I like it more. It's better now. So all right. So now we have this is much better. Like there. Normalize a little bit. So the goal is if I want to add one, a loop, that loop will be self-contained. See how there's internally self-contained, and it doesn't goes out here like it keep going out. You don't want that. You want something that is self-contained within this shape itself, and yeah, that's what we have right now. Yeah, we need to add add. I think we're gonna do this. Let's just put this together. It's really hard. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually put these together. So from here to there, and bridge that. Bridge. All right. So now we can just go cap. I would like it to go out here though. So put them together, collapse. You will have triangles. That's just reality of it. So yeah, just accept that you can't get everything quad. You can, but the time you spend on it might be better used somewhere else. All right. So I just gonna leave it like that, and I gonna get these, select and grow, and let's have a look at the reference. So we have this one coming in, and mind you, these little detail inside the ears, we might just do that in ZBrush or Mudbox later on. So right now you just need some form of shape, indication of shape to be there. Okay, so what we are gonna do that later on. It's in another program. Um, let's have a look. So I want extrude that in, not that much. Take it back a little bit, scale it down, and before I move on, actually, I will actually add one. See, remember the place I said that we are not gonna add anything to just yet? Well, I'm gonna do it now. So go front, and I'm gonna go here, add it there, so around there. And now this is the stage also. You want to push this out a little bit. And here is another one of my favorite tools, and that's called FFD. Okay, FFD is going to help us shape this ear into what we need. Um, and that's, we're just gonna, I just gonna demonstrate here. So like this, right? And we want the ear to be like that. See, I might even have to reset the X form first. Oh, let's do that. Let's align them up first. So let's let me see if there's in our, there's no ears. Hmm, that's not good. Okay, so instead of doing that, because we don't have a reference of a ear, but we can draw a reference from reality, right? It is still based on reality, this character. So ear placement. Okay, let's see what Google has to say. Image. So we have the ear here. Okay, so this is a rudimentary placement. Okay, so we have quite good reference here. So let's see. So about this one, and it has a angle, but that's already in our model. And also take notice of how far back the ear actually sits. The ear sits very, very far back. It's almost, yeah, it's very far back. And we think of our ear to be actually further forward than we think they are. But if you create a character like that, it will look odd, and you have no idea why. And that's because you know what the ear looks like and where it's supposed to be, but your conscious brain says it's somewhere else. So reference. Okay, so I am going for this one. So about there. Okay, let's put it to the side. Okay, so about there-ish. And I'm gonna reset the X form. The reason why I do that is because before we had a angle. So we have about there. Yeah. So we have there. So okay. So about there. I'm gonna do that and go in like this about there, and it's skewed, no problem. Move it back a little bit. Yeah, let's go back again to about like that. So more forward, out like this, and let's take it out a little bit more and take this in about there. I'm happy with that semi. All right, so now that we have this, we need to create kind of like the ear nib kind of thing. Local, push in, and I'm gonna go and take it in a little bit, like that. Okay, so this is actually a good opportunity for reducing a lot of geometry, but we'll deal with that. I think I missed something. Yeah, here. See, I didn't try to fix it. I straight away deleted it, and I just go, okay, I delete it, and then I'll just redo it. Local, and that's a judgment call for yourself. What you want to do, because it is sometimes it is easier to do a certain thing than another thing. So whatever is easier, do that. So I find it a lot easier to do it this way, to just delete whatever I don't need and just put it back in. Uh, okay, so I have obviously moved it somehow. So I'm just gonna put it back in like that. Okay, so we have, it's still a bit off, but we'll fix that. That one needs to go round. Yeah, let's fix that later. So I'm semi happy with this. It's not the best work I ever done, but it can pass as a ear for now. And let's see. Okay, I need one more here to come in. I'm just gonna leave it for now. Clear up. Okay, so let's attach this ear to the head. That's probably one of the more tricky parts. Okay, so let's adjust it. Oh, well, let's adjust it. Cool. Okay, so let's try to attach this. Unhide all. So probably it's needs to come out a little bit. Okay, so yeah, maybe even rotate it in a little bit. Maybe that's a bit extreme. Like, okay, this is okay for now. And let's match up to the side. Okay, it's where it needs to be. Okay, so here is what the magic comes in. So I would go there, 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 there. I might even go one more. Because we have so many edges that that is in there. So we might just go for something like this. Logo. Yeah, just inset it. Make it smaller. Not too sure about this. Actually, yeah, just leave it at this. Inset. Okay, so what that will do is it will create this opening that we are gonna align up and try to connect it up to the fan to this itself. I'm still not very happy with that shape. So somewhere in between, yeah, about there. Cool. So let's say I'm happy with that. Yeah, all right. So I'm happy with that. Attach that to the face. Gonna, oh, okay, just gonna delete half of it. And now let's work on just trying to get this hooked up. All right, so the guides that I have is, there are a few lines. I'll show you where they are. So, okay, let's have a look here. Cool. So I have a main line coming in here, and that's a main line, and this one to there, this one to about there. So those are the things those are the ones I want to connect up first. So like this one, toggle weld to that one, which is coming like that. I know that this one goes there, but I want to connect it up to this one. So let's go here, toggle weld, there. Yeah, about there. And this one I want to connect up to about there. And this one here, let's just test it out. Okay, so this one, so it's that one. Okay, so let's connect it up, toggle weld here. So now that's welded up. I want this one to about there. I might want to delete that. Hey, so there, there. Okay, so I'm gonna delete these because I want these two to be welded to these. Toggle weld and toggle weld. And here, just so we have one. Okay, great. Toggle weld this to that, this to this. And we can actually add another one just for now. And go, oh, I don't need to. Great. Toggle weld. Toggle weld. we'll sort out the topology later. Here, toggle weld here, and we can have this going here, and this one we don't need to do anything about. So here, toggle weld this one to this one. This one. So now we have a lot of different ones that need to be fixed. So for now, let's just put this in a little bit. And see how we can deal with, here we go. We have a opening here. Toggle weld that to this point, at this point, and this one I think needs to be toggle weld here. I think it's pretty much connected up. One easy way to find out is basically just do this. Grow one more time, and grow one more time, and deselect these. And try to select everything before you move anything. So you can take out like that, and if there's an opening, then you know that there's a, here we go. We have an opening right there. So toggle weld. Actually, I'm just gonna end it a little bit earlier. Toggle weld to that. Okay, so now we have this. It's a weird looking thing here, but we can delete that. So now that's a quad. Can delete this. That's a quad. Okay, so okay, now obviously we have quite a bit of stretching here to take care of. Like there's some stretching here, stretching there, but it's still a loop. Cool, add one. And now just go relax, take it down in strength, and relax it, and relax that part. Probably want to relax this part as well. Be very careful here. And here we have an engon going on here. So toggle weld that here. Actually, I want it here. Toggle weld this to there. And let's see. We can make this go upwards. It doesn't connect. Why? There's an opening here. So the way to fix that is just go here like that, and go here. Oh, here there's another opening here. Oh, no. Never mind. So we just delete that and bridge them again. So here, bridge, and let's just connect those, and now we just connect these two together. Okay, so now that's connected. All right, so relax that. Let's relax. See, it's a great way to check as well. If you relax it, if there's openings or anything like that, then the relax won't work as well. It's gonna be doing something weird. But so we found that there's some problems with our models around those area. Okay, so now let's just relax a bit more. Over here, we can take that in, and this loop itself, just take it in a little bit. Here we go. So take that in a little bit. No problem. Over here, take this in. Here we go. Another one. Toggle weld. So let's see if this, yep, that works much better. Relax. So now our relax works. Great. Okay, so there's something wrong here. Oh well, just leave it like that for now. Let's see how our head is looking. Yeah, okay, so get rid of clear. Yep. Okay, so that ear is okay. Let's see how that matches up. It's a more straight, going like that, and then round. Our ear is okay, but I think there's too much of an angle here. Too little angle, I mean. So if we want to, so it's a bit sharper here. And now let's just move that down a bit. Left. So here, let's bring it back. So getting it down. This one I'm not too happy with. Let's get rid of that. So let's get this one. Yeah, all right. Okay. So let's move this in a little bit here. I'm not too happy with this. And because we can't use FFD anymore, we are just gonna use soft selection. Soft selection, here we go. And edge distant, take it up. It doesn't really matter how much, but as long as we have something like this. Okay. Bring it in. And now shape it a little bit more here. Bring it in. Bring the ear tips out a little bit here. Okay, so bring it out. Bring this out. Bring this out. So we see a little bit of the inside. And let's have a look at the inside. I want a little bit more shape in here. So that is actually what I want. Cool. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And I want this to actually connect up to it. So it's a self-contained line. Cut, cut, cut. I know there's a few angles in here, but we'll deal with them later. But right now we just need to get this working. So like that. Okay, so let's push this in a bit, so creating that illusion of it has a small indent. So get rid of the things we don't need to push in. Okay, about there-ish. Yeah, and just let's get our relax tool to relax it a little bit here. Cool. So about there, about there, about there. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Happy-ish. Can be improved vastly, but I don't know how much her ear will be, how much screen time her ear will have. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna leave it here and move on to next step. But before that, I need to fix this up. I think there's a huge opening here that ah is from behind. Okay, so take that in a bit there. Okay, that's pretty much it. So I have added this one, right? So let's normalize that first. So here, let's just move that forward, move that forward, or we can just, yeah, okay. So I think I'm just gonna, instead of carrying that all the way through, just end it here. Okay, so I'm just gonna end it there and take this to the side, match it up a little bit more here and there. And let's go my favorite tool and relax that. Yep, cool, cool. All right, so relax that, relax this. And I am actually semi-happy with the shape right here. Oh, about there, about there. I probably need to bring this out a little bit, like that. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. Just accept that that's gonna be our ear. It's not the perfect one again, but that's fine. I think her hair is gonna cover most of her ear anyway. So this is something you guys must do all the time. Just weigh it up. Is how much is this gonna be visible? How much if I put in all of that work, how much will this be seen? Is this gonna be is this gonna pay off? If not, maybe not spend so much time on it. Mm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this one I definitely don't like, and we have an opportunity here now to do this. Six-sided I don't really like, especially for something like that. Um, let's connect this up here, and okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Why is it not connecting? Ah, here. There's one down here. Oh, great. I know this is a little bit messy. Unfortunately, that's just something we need to sort out. Okay, I'm just gonna delete that and fill in the gaps over here. So there's a gap here, so you got toggle weld that to that. Actually, just toggle weld this one. Wow, that's really messy. Yeah, just that to that. This one to this one. I'm just gonna do this and trying to bridge these two, but it's proven to be a bit more difficult than I thought. So let's see. Cap. Ah, it works now. Great. So let's just take it down here, add that in, and now instead of having this going all the way back like that, we'll bring this up to the ear and take this out. And how are we gonna do this? Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. So we can have cut, cut, there. Still everything quad, but it's directed upwards. All right, because we added that, let's normalize the character again. Just rotate, bring it back, bring it down, like that. And now these need to come forward a little bit. And these need to come back just because we added more. We added those, so we need to fix that up. Okay, so like that, I guess. All right, relax that. Make sure the edge is off. Yep, I'm semi happy with this. So yep, like that. Cool. Let's see the other side as well. Let's put it together. Symmetry, flip. Yeah, all right. Let's just accept that's how we have it now. Okay, I actually like it that this corner here goes into the ear. That's actually quite nice. Uh, yeah, I don't like that here. I think I forgot to normalize these. So let's just fix that before we go on to, oh, almost out of time. Well, let's normalize this first. Bring that up a little bit as well. And yeah, these things here. Okay, so we did not we ran out of time and not don't have enough time to do the ear part. But we'll do that next week. In that case, it's these videos gonna be up on YouTube or any. So anyway, so you guys can just go and do that next week or something. And see, everything is not perfectly triangles, perfectly quads. And actually here, we have an opportunity here to do just that. See here, I create that and delete that. And instead of that, we can have it here. And we have a quad, redirecting it so it goes back on itself. So it goes like that instead now. Yeah. So that's one way of reducing a lot of topology. Um, so now we can relax that a bit better. Okay, cool. Relax this. We can probably connect that up to something else, but I just gonna leave it. Not gonna worry too much about that. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, all right. It's starting to come together. I think this corner is still a little bit sharp. So I'm just gonna move it out a little bit. Oh, turn off follow edge. There, that's much better. Okay, so get rid of that. Let's have a look. I would like to actually push this out a little bit. So yeah, there we go. There's the ear. I'm just gonna make this, and this is important. This is a important step to normalize your characters. You know, so they are as close as possible. So they have a nice flow going through them. And this is, yeah, just one of the steps that you need to do later on. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna end it right there.